Raman, can you hear us?
बात करो मैडम से.
Hello, hello, madam.
Can you hear us?
ऋषा जी, हाँ. नहीं, Priyanka, can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. You can hear us?
Good evening.
Good evening.
మీరు మాట్లాడండి సార్.
So there is sir one.
Hello.
Khudavan sir, there is one icon in a laptop.
కనెక్షన్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయనా? మీరు తీసుకోండి.
अभी बात करो फिर उसका ये लो खुदावन से बात करो त्रिशूल से.
प्रियंका.
Yes sir, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
नहीं, मैं बात करे तो उनको सुनने में आ रहा, उनकी बात मेरे को सुनने में नहीं आ रही. कहते
वही आपके सिस्टम में कुछ
अपना नहीं, अरविंद दत्तम बोला, अपना सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर है ना, he wanted to see it. 676 अरविंद 676 నా సిస్టమ్ తీసుకోండి. యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయండి. చేశాను. చూడండి.
मीटिंग स्टार्ट हो गया जी. और क्या है? हेलो,
एक मिनट
మీ దగ్గర హెడ్ఫోన్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
లేవు. ఉన్నాయి, నాయి ఉన్నాయి.
ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది చూడండి
వాయిస్ వస్తుంది. హలో.
ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడమనండి. అందరూ మ్యూట్ లో.
So we can hear you.
Yeah, now you can able to hear
I am
me.
Kameshwara, auditor. Good evening to everyone.
Sir, can I can able to hear you? Are you going to hear me? Can you
Yes,
able
I
to
am
hear
able
me?
to hear you.
Okay, problem solved. Okay,
I am
right.
able to hear Mr. Kudavant. I am able to hear Mr. Priyanka also.
And also Trishala ji, किधर है आप?
Yes sir, we can hear you now.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
Good evening,
sir.
sir. Good evening. So we'll wait for 2 minutes for our independent directors as well as our scrutinizer to join. Khudavan sir, can you check with Vinayveer sir once?
Okay. I will check. Arvind, okay, Arvind.
అదే ఎనీ డెస్క్ క్లోజ్ చేయమని అడగడానికి నేను క్లోజ్ చేసేసాను.
ఓకే అండి. థ్యాంక్స్ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Khudavan, just mute your microphone.
సరే, I can mute.
Ms. Priyanka, the recording is in progress.
Thanks, Trishula. Trishula, it seems to be that our scrutinizer, Surya Prakash, is his list appearing in the name of attendees. Can you transfer it into panelist?
Mr. Surya Prakash, please accept the request.
Thank you, Trishula.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir. Pleasure to have you.
Yes. Thanks.
So, sir, we are just waiting for 2 minutes for our independent directors to join.
Okay, noted.
Priyanka, Jaideep Lahiri is locking in. Wait for 2 minutes.
Sure, sir.
हाँ सर,
अरे वो क्या हुआ श्यामजी?
वही साहब का मेल चेक करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ मैं, वही बोल रहा है।
ऑलरेडी मीटिंग स्टार्ट हुआ ना जी।
ठीक है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी, फिर वापस आते हैं आपको सर।
आम करने का है बस होता है इस वजह से।
क्या मेल से आया है? इससे पहले देखा तो कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था।
अरे जूम से आता है।
Khudavan sir, please mute yourself.
जूम।
Kudavan sir, please mute your microphone.
Trishula, I understand that Vinay is in the attendance list. Can you transfer him to panelist?
Mr. Vinay, please accept the request. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start with the proceedings of the annual general meeting. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the 39th general meeting of your company, which is being held through video conference facility or other audio-visual means in compliance with the provisions of Companies Act and SEBI regulations and read with the general circulars. I extend my heartily welcome to Mr. Feroz Rusi Bhote, Managing Director of the company, Mr. Vinay Ved, Independent Director of the company, Ms. Geeta Feroz Bhote, Director of the company, Mr. P. Surya Prakash, Scrutinizer, Mr. C. Kameshwar Rao, Statutory Auditor, and Mr. Sheikh Khudaban, CFO of the company, for the 39th Annual General Meeting, who are participating through video conference. I would further like to inform that we have in presence total 12, 14 shareholders who have been participating in this annual general meeting. I further inform the members that pursuant to Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, read with rules made thereunder and listing agreement, the company provided the facility of remote e-voting to the shareholders to cast their vote electronically on the resolutions as set out in the notice. The remote e-voting commenced at 10 a.m. on September 23rd, 2022 and ended at 5 p.m. on September 25th, 2022, and also provided e-voting facility for the 15 minutes in VC meeting, and requested all the shareholders to e-vote those who have not casted the remote e-voting earlier. The company has engaged services of Central Depository Services India Limited, that is CDSL, as the agency for providing e-voting facility. Since the requisite quorum is present, the meeting to be commenced and the time is 4:30 p.m. and the request the Mr. Feroz Rusi Bhote, Chairman and Managing Director, to proceed with the meeting. I further request Mr. Feroz Rusi Bhote to give details about the company to the shareholders. Feroz, sir. Feroz, sir, can you hear us? So
I got disconnected. Now it's okay.
Okay. The board of directors are proposing to elect you as a chairman for this meeting, and I would now also request you to grant your valuable speech to the shareholders on the company.
Good evening, everybody. I hope that you and your family members are safe and doing fine. A hearty welcome to all of you for the 39th annual general meeting of your company. On behalf of the board of directors of the company, I express my gratitude for your loyalty towards HYPERSOFT Technology Limited and having placed your trust in us despite trying times. I will share with you the brief details of the key financials of your company, review of business outlook, and opportunities and threats to the company. During the year under review, your company made a turnover of 95.3 lakhs as against 77.91 lakhs for the previous year, and incurred a profit of 0.98 lakhs as against a profit of 1.27 lakhs the previous year. Your company remains a preferred supplier for several software requirements. Stockbrokers are showing a renewed interest in our software, which is of the highest quality. Additionally, an ERP system for manufacturing, processing, and stock control has been in the focus of the company. In the stock market, SEBI has increased compliance regulations exponentially, and the result is that several stockbrokers are preferring to shut down business rather than comply with all the regulations. Keeping this in mind, the focus of the company has shifted to other products, especially online opening of accounts for stockbrokers. The mobile market of India is the second largest in the world after China, and mobile applications developed by our country are showing great acceptance and will continue to be the prime mover. The global mobile application market is sustained to has sustained growth, and the number of users of smartphones will soon cross more than half the population of the country. The online KYC package and its mobile versions developed by our company has been accepted by extremely large broking houses. Opportunities and threats. The online KYC module has so far been targeted at very large broking houses. To cater to smaller brokers, the software is being modified to be offered as a software as a service configuration. Absence of skilled manpower, high cost of development, high costs of user acquisition, competition driven by independent and freelance developers, and the high cost of marketing are major impediments to growth. With the release of our KYC package, we see many brokers accepting the system. Since this is virtually independent of SEBI regulations, there is a bright future for this product. The pandemic has affected the business to a large extent, and the possibility of meeting potential new customers has reduced to a great extent. Also, with the new compliances brought in for stockbrokers by SEBI and the number of brokers giving up their membership is increasing. Your company has done sales export of 5.1 lakhs against the previous year's turnover of 0.92 lakhs. There are no significant developments in human resources and number of people employed. However, all efforts are made to retain the talent and improve the productivity. In conclusion, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation for the continued support of the shareholders, bankers, statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, customers, suppliers, dealers, employees, workers, and all stakeholders in each field during the year. I would also like to thank my colleague on the board for their support and guidance to the company's management, which goes a long way in encouraging the management in meeting the challenges of its quest for meaningful growth. Lastly, I hope that everything will fall in place for the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Further, I would like to inform that Board of Directors appointed Mr. Surya Prakash, Company Secretary in full-time practice, as a scrutinizer for the purpose of scrutinizing the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. I further request Mr. P. Surya Prakash, scrutinizer, for orderly conduct of voting results. I further would like, with the permission of members, is hereby reading a brief of the notice. With the consent of the chairman, I confirm that the annual report for a financial year 2021 to 2022, comprising of notice of the AGM, audited financial statements for the financial year 21-22, boards and auditors report thereon, have been sent through electronic mode to all the members who have registered their email addresses with the company or their respective depository participant. With the permission of members, I confirm that annual report and accounts of the company were taken as read. Consequently, I further state that there were no qualifications, observations, adverse comments, or remarks in the statutory auditor's report or secretarial auditor's report. Thereafter, I request the members who had pre-registered their names as speakers for the AGM to speak at the VC. Firstly, I would welcome Mr. Praful Chavda, member who is attending the meeting is allowed to speak. I request Ms. Trishla to allow Mr. Praful Chavda to speak.
Mr. Praful, please unmute yourself. Mr. Praful, please unmute yourself and speak.
Ms. Trishla, can you unmute him? I mean, as a host.
I can only ask him to unmute himself, and I've already done that, but I think he's not able to hear us.
Moved by Statutory Auditors Sandra and Malik and Secretary Auditor CS Arpita Dhar.
Mr. Praful, please mute your voice in background. Mr. Praful, can you hear us? Mr. Praful, you may please speak now.
Mr. Praful, your audio is on mute.
ओके चालू हो गया
Yeah.
चालू हो गया सर
Yeah, sir. Praful, we can hear you.
चेयरमैन सर मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर सर जी भुट्टा जी आपको मेरा नमस्कार बहुत टाइम के बाद आपका फेस देखने को मिल रहा है और आप जो काम कर रहे हैं अच्छा काम
नमस्कार सर।
कंपनी को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं तो इसके लिए मैं आपको धन्यवाद देता हूँ थैंक यू सर
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Praful. There is one more shareholder, Mr. Abhishek, who has raised his hand and seeking our permission to speak. So I would request Ms. Trishla to allow him to speak.
Mr. Abhishek, please unmute yourself and speak.
Also, Mr. Abhishek, I think he has left from the meeting.
No, he is
You're
here.
mistaken. You're mistaken. I'm there in the meeting, madam. Can you hear me, madam? Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
So can you let me know your folio number, sir?
I will let you know, madam. My DPID IN 301-637. Client ID is 4135-9155. One more folio also you can note down, madam. IN 301-637 4115-9143. P. Jaichand and J. Abhishek, joint holders.
Jaichand.
Yes, this is under folio, madam. 2 folios altogether. Can I go ahead with my speech, madam?
Yes, sir, you are allowed to speak.
Yes, trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest brand in our respective segment. Sir, I would like to know how our business has been impacted in these past 3 years of this COVID time. The coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. So whether any employees we have sacked, hired, salary cut in percentage, if any, I would like to know from you, sir, whether any salary cut was being taken by the management during the pandemic time, and how many employees do a company carries as of date, and our PE ratio is negative, return on equity is negative, EPS is negative. So what proactive steps have been taken by the management to overcome all these dues so that our company can prosper? And we are really glad that the stock price has exceeded the par value now and it is traded above par value. We are really thankful, and there is no dividend history I can see in the company. So when was the last dividend being declared by the company? I would like to know from you. I would request the management to kindly take part in con call, quarterly presentations, and meeting with global investors on a regular basis. And what is the future plan for the company? A company has, I would like to know from you, sir. And our company is into computer software and consulting. So whether are we getting more and more business? Who are our competitors? Who are our peer groups in Hyderabad? I would like to know from you, sir. And what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? I would like to know from you, sir. And I would request the management to find what are the steps being taken to reduce this. And myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Wells Associate in Chennai. So I would request your good service to kindly enroll our firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services, sir. So then in the CDSL platform where we exercise a e-voting and when we get access to our own general body meeting as well, you are supposed to update the inspection of documents like register of members, register of PFP, and register of contracts if any. But unfortunately, it is not updated, sir. So I would request your good service to kindly update the same for the inspection of members so that the same may be inspected via online itself, and you may need not reach out, shareholders may need not reach out to you at a later stage seeking for all these documents, and they will very well inspect the same via online itself. And Nothing much to ask, sir. I thank the company secretary and the entire team for conducting the annual general body meeting virtually and making this annual general body meeting a grand success. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Hope to see you in the physical AGM next year. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. You can go ahead. You can go ahead with the reply. And also, please take care of the hospitality part of the investor fraternity, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, we have not sacked any people due to the COVID virus. We have kept them all on and they will continue to remain loyal workers to the company. And as far as the future prospects go, in the future, we are looking at our KYC module. Right now, we have got customers like Motilal Oswal, Reliance, Religare, LKP, Zen Securities, and many more using our KYC software. So we are looking now at smaller brokers also using it. But, well, as far as the figures of the company go, you could please send us an email and we will reply to you all your queries. Thank you.
Thank you. So as per the provisions of the Companies Act, company provided facility of remote e-voting and e-voting throughout the VC meeting. After asserting e-voting results, scrutinizer will submit his report and the results will be announced as per the applicable provisions. Further, would like to deliver vote of thanks. I would like to express my senior appreciation for the continued support of the shareholders, bankers, customers, suppliers, dealers, employees, workers, and all stakeholders in each field during the year. I would also like to thank my colleagues on the board for their support and guidance to the company's management, which goes a long way in encouraging the management in meeting the challenges in its quest for a meaningful growth. And lastly, I hope that everything will fall into place in the days to come. I further thank all the members, directors, and entire team of HYPERSOFT Technologies Limited for attending the meeting. Further, it is to inform you that meeting is concluded at 4:56 p.m. 4:56 p.m. Thank you everyone for joining and being a part of this annual general meeting.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Now I will conclude the meeting.
Thank you, Trishla, for your extreme support.